Major. Boxy does not have a Snapfire set. There's only one in the game, and it's a rare.
Level 5 bronze tier player.
Does not have a Dota Plus account.
Extremely rude to not support Gaben.
Yeah.
And
where you prove yourself.
Gaben is not happy with the no Dota Plus.
He's not. He's not. He will not be giving you his nectar tonight. You'll be nectarless.
You're still on the nectar, I see. You're really a fan of that nectar.
I can't get off of the Gaben's nectar. It's too good. It's too good. Oh, look at this. Look what Hakoda started with. This is cool.
What is it?
It's got a fluffy hat to start.
Okay.
That's neat.
Nice little HP boost for the Dazzle Boy.
Yeah.
Matu starts with 0 items. They're all in the courier. Just doesn't want to show it to the enemy because it's going to be a big surprise. He has a full wand ready.
Everybody's doing the wand builds. That is, you know, it's a good game for it. You got Necro, you got Lina, you got Bristleback. Even Dawn is a spell spammer. But it also just feels like wand start, which I think Tundra kind of popularized quite a few months ago. It's been the build. It's been the build for everybody.
Yamich playing that support. You talked about Dawnbreaker, you prefer a score. What about Marcy? I actually prefer support, believe it or not.
I prefer her as support too. I think she plays better around other heroes, and supports are a lot more willing to do that. Boxy's chatting up here. Then again, so is DM.
Yep, they're going to split the runes though, so nothing to write home about. Very interested in what DM ends up building on this Necro. Where is he going? Is he going mid? Is Ramsey's going offlane now? Okay.
Oh, they're trying.
No,
he's
okay.
going
GPK
bot.
still plays Lina mid.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're trying to get the Bristle. They're trying to get the Bristle Necro matchup.
Is he not going to TP?
No. If he TPs, then Liquid just TPs top, and it's the same thing. They have to walk.
But that's the slowest hero in the game, other than Crystal Maiden.
That is correct. It is quite pathetic on Necro. I've seen teams even start with boots on a hero like Necrophos to just get the lanes right.
Huh.
Which is pretty good. And they're walking back.
All right, so is he going to get experience at any point this game?
Oh, okay. No, Matamba TP, so he can TP top.
I see.
There we go.
Okay.
So that's
this is the matchup that they wanted.
This is right. Yeah. Does very well against Bristleback in lane. Wand charges on Necro.
So wait, why did Liquid TP out then? They didn't like the lane setup in the bot lane?
If they TP'd out, it's because they're okay with this. Like, it looks like they're going to try lane.
Yeah,
and
but
they
at least
think they can win us a try lane.
Maybe they just try to get one kill and then drop out of it. We'll see what Boxy ends up doing. Obviously, Insania is going to be hooked up to Matu this entire game.
Somebody made a call in this game where it's like, okay, if this is Necro versus Bristle, but our Bristle's in the safe lane, this is fine.
Oh, Cookie gets a double stun, so Boxy does end up going to the bot lane on this Snapfire. And he takes even more damage from that Shadow Wave.
Supports are very over-leveled.
From Hakoda.
Yep, that's right. I don't know if we need to get confirmation if there's the throat thing.
The throat.
Whatever the throat thing is, yeah. I mean, I can't.
Just say ha.
I can't do it.
It's okay.
I feel like the thing in the back of my throat's coming out of my mouth when I do that.
Yeah, that's part of it. That's why it's so enjoyable to say is, oh my goodness, that's a lot of damage at first blood for Zai. So Hakoda just kind of caught out. As Ramsey's, at the very least, will get solo XP here. And is there a good creep for him in this lane? Is it the zap creep as usual?
It's always the zap creep. Not that zap creep. Not that zap creep. The mana burn creep. Just because the mana are on it, it's so insane. With the Dazzle too, I feel like that's more of a creep for empowering the support than it is for empowering the Doom himself these days. Like, you want a Lina, or well, Lina's not really a support anymore. You want a Zeus, you want a Dazzle, Wyvern, something that can like spam stuff that you're just giving constant mana to. CM, that'd be nice.
Oh yes, CM, the double aura.
Double aura? Yeah, that could be insane.
DM is gonna get some rebound boost here. That is a very nice, that's something we didn't mention. The rebound speed boost for DM is gonna be very big.
This hero needs it. This hero
needs it horribly.
Yeah, he's pathetic.
Especially since you don't really want to go boots that early because you want this regen in all likelihood. But we'll see what they end up going with as Mika gets off the avalanche in the mid lane. Toss to follow. GPK just pops the old rune Gets a little HP back and looks like he is good to go. He's sitting on 16-3 versus the tiny 16-2, so very, very even. But you can see that Boxy is in the area. Scatterblast at his ready, looking for the potential opening with the cookie, though.
He sees him. I mean, he's just baiting him. This is kind of cool from GPK, though, where he's playing in a way where, like, it's not clear that he sees the support rotation. Yeah, so it wastes Boxy's time because Boxy's like, ooh, I can get him. Oh, no, I can't. Ooh, I can get him. No, I can't. I think it's way better to do that.
Can you explain that again?
No, I'll go ahead and just not do that again.
Okay, good.
Quite pathetic, actually. Do that again. But
good choice.
It's nice. It's really nice. Because if you just run away, like, yeah, you're safer. But then the support is like, oh, okay, well, I'm just going to leave now. Then they don't waste their time.
Yeah. And Matu off to a decent start, 19-6 for him as the rebound dispose incoming. The focus on Insania. And he's going to pop the wand, which was basically full, so he's going to get out just fine. Yamich is going to have to pop his own just to stay healthy, and that's the end of that engagement. It's wand for wand. Meanwhile, bot lane, looks like Zai takes a tumble thanks to Ramses. Not expecting that one, that's for sure.
Just Scorched Earth plus Dazzle Q. Doesn't even have the OP creep on Ramses. Actually has the second OP one.
Oh, get that pine cone. That's my boy.
No, he's
he got the ogre.
He kept, yeah.
He had the ogre from earlier.
Untoggled it, so it's not gonna.
Man, I really want to see Siege Shot like net a kill one of these days.
Beyond worthless. Beyond worthless.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
It's so slow for canceling Lincoln spheres too, and there's a million other things that cancel Lincolns in the jungle.
Very sad. I mean, that's the sad thing about Doom is that there's not. I mean, with all these creeps being introduced in the game, it feels like there's still just a couple that you want.
That's right.
Like the ogre one you're taking because it's makes you tankier, but you obviously want the zap creep, the mana burn / mana regen one, and then later in the game it feels like Centaur is just your boy, especially if you go the Blink Dagger build.
Yeah, I feel like that just means that the creeps are not balanced.
That's right. We need a balance patch for the neutral.
We need a balance patch for the neutral creeps because it's just that the aura is too good on the zap creep. So
I would rather the creeps get buffed to become as good as the Centaur.
That's what I was thinking because
Zapper.
I like the zap creep on Doom. I like the Centaur stomp. It leads to cool plays. It feels fun.
I miss the old days of position 1 Doom getting the Alpha Wolf. And you just crit the crap out of people. You go Assault Kyrios. And
you don't see that anymore.
Yeah, that was good times.
It's all about the Centaur stomp.
Yeah.
Ever since they
and the fact that you don't even need level 4 of your Devour to get it just shows how good that creep is.
Because the creep is low level.
Yeah.
Because it's sometimes at medium camps.
Like imagine Hurricane on Wild Wing actually being good enough to take on.
If they increase the range on it like a little bit, that thing's gonna be busted.
What if you added a slow on top of it? As Ramsey's getting gone on in the bot lane, he's gonna get off the Infernal Blade, and you can see Hakoda is here with the Poison Touch and Shadow Wave combination. And they're just turning this around. Zai is just forced to try to fight his way out of it, but he'll fight his way to the grave instead. As Boxy looks to be fine, getting that health salve off. Hakoda continuing, but not going to find a cancel.
Ramses turned around there at the exact second that
Matu's dead. My goodness. Outsiders having themselves a great laning stage. A good rotation here from GPK.
I gotta keep shouting out Ramses. That was cool. Oh, is he gonna die now?
Yeah. That's the caster curse. Nope.
He's fine. It's like he knew the cooldown of the Scatter Blast, because the moment the Scatter Blast came off cooldown, he stopped going for the kill on Boxy, which is like that's crazy. That is crazy. And of course he has Skip Doom, which is something that even some offlane Dooms will do to just get more points from the.
Oh my! Avatos onto 2 heroes. Massive amount of damage, but DM's just going to TP out. And Yamich as well. Are you kidding me? Both of them get out. No harm, no foul. So Liquid. That's going to be a pretty nice pickup onto that Necrophos, but it wasn't to be.
Yeah, nice little TP.
Matu has his hood, and looks like he's also going Vanguard, so the double whammy. What do you think of that?
Double whammy?
Yeah.
I mean, against Lina, it's definitely solid. Like, she's doing these little tiny damage instances, right? So, it makes sense against her.
And Marcy.
And Marcy. It also, to me, says that they don't feel like Liquid does not feel like they need to rush their timing on the Bristleags. They think that if they go a little bit later and just stand in front of the towers with this very tanky bristle, that they're gonna be fine.
Okay.
It also could mean that the next item after that is BKB, and this is just like a different build. Maybe BKB because he's against the Lina and the Necro. I doubt it. I imagine it'll still probably be the Ags, but it could indicate a different build. I think it's more so just the way that they think the game is going to progress is such that they don't need to rush. He could also just not, like, he could just not take this and queue up the Ags.
Is there ever a game where Ags is not a thing on Bristol these days?
I've seen like Skeeter do it where he goes for...
Really?
Yeah. He goes for like BKB, Master, that sort of stuff.
Solar Guardian coming into play. It's going to get the stun successfully onto this Lina. You can see GPK is going to be resigned to just get to kill himself before he inevitably goes down. So it's a 1-for-1, but the toss ensures that Liquid at least get 2. So the Grave keeping GPK alive just a little bit longer so he can get some valuable XP on the Dawnbreaker kill. There's Mickey. He's going to see DM. Not sure if this is going to lead to a kill. Oh, the snap fire. Okay, that's a lot of damage. They're able to delete DM.
Double kill.
Boxy from ridiculous range.
That's why they picked the snap fire. I feel like probably Liquid wanted like Skywrath Mage to run with the Tiny to run around and kill things. And Outsiders Bandit, and then the next best thing was the Snapfire. Instead of the Mystic Flare, you have the ult from Snap. And Tiny is such a long stun duration, an easy setup, that it's just a guaranteed kill, even on a hero like Necro, who's pretty innately tanky.
Yep, Hanamitis now online for Ramses, so not looking to fight anytime soon. He still doesn't have his ult, yeah. I'm just gonna say that.
Definitely not looking to fight.
Yeah, Mickey is dead though. GPK and company able to handle him nicely. As Ramses. Matu trying to initiate, but just doesn't have the farm yet to contest.
If you're looking for
So interested to see what Ramses ends up going. If it's just going to be kind of I mean, it's a position 1 Doom, so I don't know. Can you get away with like the Blink Dagger, BKB, Refresher? I mean, you can go Ags again because of the Bristle, obviously.
Yeah, I think it's probably normal items. I mean, in my heart of hearts, I would love to see somebody actually use the 150% cleave talent that Doom has. I think that would be super cool. See like an actual right-click Doom with like Alpha Wolf, AC. The thing we talked about basically, it's a 25 talent, which is incredibly.
That's the problem.
It's incredibly stupid to play for a 25 talent.
I do it all the time.
Exactly.
That's a Snapfire core special, right?
Right. It is very fun. Speaking of fun, Matamba, he's having a real good time right now. It kind of feels like he's not going to die until DM gets this vessel. So Matamba feels fairly safe, which is exactly why they go bottom lane. They know that they can take the aggressive area on the map and then let the rest of Liquid, you know, go towards the top lane and play there together.
So BKB will be the first item for Ramses, which indicates he will want to fight.
Yeah.
That is not for farming. So the question is, what does that align with on the rest of the Outsiders lineup?
Probably BKB Lina.
BKB Lina as well.
And definitely Vessel on Necro as well. Okay. So they'll have a really strong timing around that. But the thing is, like, BKB also is a farming item. You can play really aggressively and just BKB TP out if they go on you. There's nothing to cancel that through BKB.
Okay.
For Liquid.
And we did see a lot of that yesterday.
Yeah.
What game was that? Was that Sonic's BKB TPing constantly?
That was EG BKB TPing,
that's right.
and we were definitely commenting about the cowardliness. Quite a lot of that game. It was some good stuff.
Yeah, maybe they'll get some wins under their belt today.
We'll see. We'll see about that. Yeah.
I think we're actually casting them next game, if I'm not mistaken.
You remembered who we're casting. That's impressive.
Beast Coast EG. That's right.
That's a show match.
It is. Yeah, NA not doing NA proud at the NA LAN thus far, but it's only been 1 day, so we'll see how it goes. But here, that'd be a pretty even game, and this is with a Doom on Outsiders, which position 1 Doom, you would expect to have some sort of a net worth lead.
You could argue on the flip side, IO kind of speeds up the farming of a team, and IO bristles. I mean, when have you seen an IO bristle lose a lane? It doesn't really happen.
Yeah, that's true.
So, yeah, I mean, to be expected, both teams playing pretty flawless so far. To be honest, they're just not making any big mistakes, and they're both making good moves. This, by the way, is just a support taking the tower. That is a support, Marcy.
That's what the ult is for?
Fair and balanced,
that's
everybody.
That's the only... I shouldn't say that's the only thing that bothers me about Marcy. There's a lot.
There's a lot of things. And that's a level 8 Dazzle, by the way. And he's the weak one there. It's the level 6 Marcy. He's the one standing in the trees hiding. Unbelievable.
I think Rebound, the range is too good. Disposed, somehow the range is too good despite not being very long. And the ult is weird, right?
It's weird.
Like the ult it just doesn't fit the hero. Based on the fact that it's mostly played as support, I guess. It's top lane. We're seeing the Avatos with the ult coming out from Boxy. Mortimer is really belching up a storm this time.
Yeah.
That's another death for DM. I don't know, I feel like I'd rather be Liquid right now, if I'm being honest.
I think they would rather be Liquid too.
Yeah, probably.
On account of being them.
A sidekick used on GPK. That's a combo we don't get to see that often, but pretty damn powerful with the attack speed that Lina gets, thanks to Fiery Soul. So we have a smoke from Liquid.
Yeah, GBK is the real carry here.
And it's gonna pop.
Do Radiant want their middle tower
Like you
to
said,
fall?
GPK is not the target. I mean, they would have loved to have jumped him, but they just don't have the catch right now. I mean, there is a blink on Mickey, and again, last time we cast him on this hero, he went 20 and like 0 pretty much. He's only 1-1. The 3 assists, not quite as active as maybe you would expect.
Dude,
but
all right, I gotta point this out. Lina has 2.4 strength gain.
Okay.
And Bristle has 2.5. So I was sitting there thinking, like, if they jump her with Tiny, does she even die? She doesn't, because her stats. I mean, maybe this is.
Well, she doesn't have Bristleback passive.
Maybe Bristle's just got pathetic strength gain. He definitely does. 2.5 is pretty weak.
For strength.
There's heroes with like 3.7, 3.8. Tusk or Spirit.
Oh, Boxy looking to tank the smoke. It's on the wrong side though. Although Outsiders is pursuing him now next to this tier 1 tower. Might just end up pushing this tier 1 instead. Fortification is popped.
BKB on Doom. Okay. This is solid timing.
Yep. No blink initiation for Ramses though.
Tumba's got an axe though.
Yeah, he does, and they see it, and that might scare them off. You see Ramses just kind of hiding in the back. Trying to kind of backstab here, going for Insania. That would be a great pickup. Gets onto the high ground. There's the Avatos as Ramses gets that BKB off just in time. Dodges everything. Really quick fingers from Ramses. But that is a BKB charge down.
It's a strange interaction. It's like both teams don't really want to fight each other because they see these BKBs, and then on the flip side, there's the Agnum Scepter on Bristle, so Ramses instead just zones them.
Another belch coming out as Hakoda taking the brunt of the damage here. Still has Grave and TP, and there's no cancel coming out, so able to get out just fine, but Yamich,
and there's Rosh.
Does drop. Into the Roche pit they go. GPK is going to be found by Zai, though. Starbreaker not going to fully connect, but he gets the hammer out to slow GPK a little bit longer, but now he's outside of the sentry range. Should be fine to just waddle on back.
It's legit just setting up for Roche. That's all Zai was trying to do there. He knows he's not going to kill GPK.
Yep, and the Roche looks to be a freebie for Liquid, although the RTP's coming in from outside. I think they're going to be a little bit too late. Maybe they don't even know this is happening, in fact. The Aegis is likely to be claimed by Matu himself. There we go, Aegis intact. 5 minutes of immortality for the bearded menace himself. So what is that beard called?
Surely it has a name.
I couldn't tell you. I've never seen it on anyone before.
Oh,
not Bristle himself.
Not
the actual Matu beard.
Matu reminds me of like the sloth from Ice Age. Yeah, it's a sloth in Ice Age, right?
Okay.
The really chill guy.
Sure.
He's like a stoner type character. Let me see sloth.
Yeah, very important to Google that during an official major match.
Yeah. Wait a minute. He's not a stoner type character, is he? Anyway.
I mean, he reminds me more of the Dude.
The Dude.
Yeah.
The Dude is great.
Yeah. It's a classic character.
Never got his carpet back.
That's right. Deathseeker is not up yet, but very valuable pickup for Necros across the world as Ramses gonna pop that wand. And he's almost done with Blink, so would fully expect him to get the Centaur creep next, as we're gonna see a BKB TP for GPK.
Oh, Mickey could not find him. Just off the
Oh, they know that IO is a-coming.
Oh, can he time it?
GPK with DM.
Can he time it? He's not gonna try.
He's not.
He's dead.
He's majorly dead. LSA connect, Spear Vessel's there as well, and Laguna Blade from GPK bring down the IO.
Insania is like the elephant from Ice Age.
I didn't actually watch this movie.
You didn't watch Ice Age?
I have zero frame of reference.
It's not an elephant. It was actually one of the olden time elephants. The ones.
Oh, mammoth.
The mammoth. Mammoth.
Yeah. The hairy elephants of yesteryear.
Right. Right. It's not because he's hairy. It's more personality.
Maybe Matu's the mammoth.
Matu's the mammoth. Yeah. They're all the mammoth.
Now this tier 1 tower looks to be quite dead, as no defense is being mounted by outsiders. And kind of what you get with the Aegis advantage, you'll typically take a lot of the outer towers during this time frame. But Blink is up for Ramses. Still no Centaur creep, which I'd be shocked if he goes for anything else. I mean, the old Blink mana burn doesn't sound too fearsome to me.
It does not. I think he's playing with the mana regen, though, to just spam Scorched Earth and farm. That's kind of the idea behind this, but he will definitely be getting rid of that sometime soon. He's got the Fade Grenade to cancel any Lincoln Spheres.
And see a smoke from Liquid. Ramsey's popped a couple of them, and he does have the Blink still available, so ends up kind of nullifying that completely. He's going to take the Invis as well. Ramses has some crazy reaction time, by the way. Some of the best. I bet if he had like a contest of fastest reaction times in Dota, Ramsey would be like top 5.
Do you know what the fastest human reaction time is?
No.
I think it's about like 100 milliseconds. It's somewhere around 100.
100 milliseconds.
Milliseconds. Yeah. It's not that. It's actually not that fast.
Oh, LSA connects onto Zai. Laguna Blade to follow, dispose as well. He is just stun locked from the beginning of that. And Matu and company want to try to get retribution. Hakoda is going to be spotted out. Mortimer's kisses are there. He Graves attempting to TP, and he'll be successful again. Just no cancellations on Liquid's side. They really need the cookie. The Mortimer kisses have been great, but they need that stun.
I think they need Mickey to be involved in these ganks. He's been just barely off in a lot of these situations. And in that one, he was the guy that's clearing mid. And of course, somebody's got to do it, right? It's not going to be the Snapfire. It's not going to be the Dawn. The Dawn's the one that's getting gone on.
Yeah.
Probably it could be Matumba and Insania, but I feel like if you have an IO personally, you don't want them just playing in the mid lane. You want them to be in a side lane instead. So Mickey's kind of on mid duty, which is a pain.
Yamich almost done with a Blink dagger already. So the Blink dispose, and I assume an Eon, not Eon Disc, Aether Lens to follow. He's going to be able to get off those global disposes, as we're going to see the Doom use in the top lane. And that's going to lead to yet another kill onto Zai.
He did just respawn. That is not.
Yeah, he's been out of the game for quite a while. You can see his net worth has suffered as a result.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still keeping pace with the Necro, though, so DM not exactly having himself an amazing game. He died a few times in that laning stage.
He also was the one going down to the snap ult a couple of times there. I like that outsiders smoke off of that. They know that the Dawn is dead. Like, at the very least, you get some really good wards down in the enemy triangle. Although Liquid, I mean, it is a Dawnbreaker that's dead for them, so I feel like if they can fight around this ward, Liquid is pretty happy with that.
Yep. I don't know if they've seen the Silver Edge quite yet, but Matu pops the BKB. They're going to try to turn their sights onto GPK, but he goes in Biz thanks to the Silver Edge. Now potentially turn this onto Matu, but here comes a Solar Guardian. It's going to connect only onto one hero, but Zai wanting some revenge here as he's died so often in the last few minutes. Mickey, he's going to take a Deathseeker along with the Spirit Vessel. That should be enough for the kill, but Io trying to save him as DM dies to the Mortimer. That's not Mortimer, that's the Mount.
That's right. just really nice position from Liquid there, breaking that smoke, being really confident that their bristle timing is really strong, that they play a ward.
Great save, by the way, from Insania. That was super close.
It was very close. He even, like, even if he doesn't have the healing ability up, like if he had used it on Matumba to siege the tower, he's not going to save Mickey there. Like, Liquid knew that this was coming. That's why he didn't just use the overcharge willy-nilly.
Yep, willy-nilly indeed, and you can see the buildings are taking massive damage because the fight took place so close to the base from Outsiders, and Liquid taking full advantage. They're going to get a full set of racks here. Pretty much nothing Outsiders can do.
Patient, really patient from Liquid. Camping the ward, knowing that even though their Donker is dead, I mean, this is a global. Sure, Out's going to smoke and get a good jump. What if Bristle's the only one everybody else is camping the ward? Like, there's no pun on Bristle, it feels like.
Again, they're going to find the initiation of the GPKB, but die shortly. Ouch, yikes. And Liquid, who's the Snapfire, no Boxy stays alive, that was Wand. So no way to punish this at all from outside perspective, and it's going to lead to more building damage.
Crazy, insane, not even out of the mech for that last fight, saving people like this. He just got his mech holy Wyo, so yeah. With the BKB especially being able to take off the vessel, that was going to be a real problem. He's got to get jumped.
And this is going to lead to another potential rack, so we're going to see the toss back onto Ramses, and he's going to get stun locked thanks to the Starbreaker. The Grave comes out, but he will likely fall shortly after. Nope, actually able to TP out. Again and again, the Mortimer wasn't there in time, but here comes the kisses, and it's going to lead to a potential kill. No, it looks like Yamish is going to survive, but again, the building damage is severe as Liquid can just ramp that up hardcore. Even with a BKB now from Mickey, they could just kind of fake back and potentially reinitiate, but looks like they are actually backing this time as Roche not going to be up for another minute and a half.
Yeah, I mean, with the lead that Liquid has, I don't think Outsiders can just run into them. I mean, Outsiders had a 4K gold lead, and they couldn't run into Liquid, right? So it's a 10K swing since then. So it's going to be a lot worse for Outsiders. If Liquid just backs off and holds an area, they can wait till the next Roche, go high ground, easily end the game.
No, anytime you see just a Shadow Amulet, it's a scary proposition for those pubs.
It's a 19% win rate item. It's a very, very low win rate.
Yeah. Does have the Blink Scatterblast Shard combo. That will certainly cancel TPs if he's in range. And you can see Outsiders trying to defend their tier 2 top because that is one of the few buildings they have left. And Liquid kind of just wasting time until Roche comes up, I feel like. As Lincoln's is going to be popped, but the toss up onto the Doom. Ramsey has to pop that BKB. Finally gets the Doom off as it looks like Insania is the one taking the massive damage, but getting healed by Zai. Dies shortly after though. So 45 seconds of no IO and no Snapfire as well. So Laguna to full effect. So 2 dead in favor of Outsiders. It's just the 2 supports, but theoretically could lead to a Roche if they are able to scout it out in time.
He did not check it, and now he's going. Maybe not the right time to check it, on account of Outsiders all being in there.
Yep, GPK, he's going to do this really fast. He just needs somebody to tank. So, looking like an Aegis and a Shard for Outsiders. Trying to turn this game around. Matu, very interested in going inside hit. He's going to get gone on initially. You can see the rebound back into safety zone as DM gets off the Death Seeker. Who's going to get Roche is the question. Zai looking like he's trying to stun lock GPK, and it looks like GPK does get the Aegis and the Roche. So big fight from Outsider as Ramses gets saves thanks to the Grave. They're going to dispose Mickey, and they're going to drop him shortly after. Big kills from Outsiders, and somehow Ramses is still alive. Matu looking to finish him off, going to take a little bit of damage. My God, Matu is just hitting like a truck. Getting saved from Insania. It was a little baby TV. It's the last right click from GPA on the low ground. No missed chance for you. 4 dead for Liquid. Ultra kill for GPK. They get the Aegis. They get, I assume they got the Shard.
It's in GPK's
Holy
backpack.
Jeez, what a turnaround from Outsiders.
Yeah. Yeah, the break on Bristle looking very strong. Doesn't even use the Shard on himself.
Of course not. It's useless.
Garbage on Lena.
It's the worst shard in the game.
Yeah, that's one of those situations. I think Matumba Man probably saw the particles of Roche Pit. Like some of them, I think Lena stunned T. I'm pretty sure Marcy ult. The explosions from that, you can see hit, so he knew they were in there. And he just wanted to kind of poke stall until his team was like, but in his poking, he took 80% of his HP and damage, so he couldn't really fully commit. We saw how powerful Matumba was when he did a right click off, but he didn't feel comfortable. Like, look, he keeps turning away because he's so close to dying this entire fight, playing against Elite Break. Almost had a couple of times, the little baby tease definitely helped out.
Yep. And Matu, you can see he's going to two-shot Heroes here. There we go.
Yep,
very nice.
Like
but then gets saved as well from Insania. This last right click. Oh, it's a killer. That is an absolute killer. And GPK, he is pretty damn farmed now. Yep. Who ended up getting the shard?
GPK got it.
No, I know, but who consumed it?
Who took it?
I think Ramsey's had his, if I'm not mistaken.
Ramsey?
Wait, GPK has a shard?
Oh, he ate the shard. Well, everybody else probably had one.
And Yamish probably doesn't know how to use the Marcy shard because nobody does.
Nobody gives a shit.
Okay. Wait. Oh, wait, did they change the Lena shard?
No, it increases the damage.
15 more damage for each fiery soul charge.
Yeah, but
I thought it was the Laguna Blade.
I think it still does that as well. It just doesn't. I'm pretty sure.
No, I think they got like the bouncing, not bouncing, but what was that called? The Laguna Blade. You can click it on the ground.
I thought it. Yeah, I thought it did both, but that shard literally didn't work. It literally didn't. You get it, and you'd miss Laguna Blades on the target you clicked on.
Yeah.
It was very strange. It was cool, really cool in concept, but turns out Laguna is this like really weird-looking projectile. It's very strange.
They're just trying to make a different version of Lion Eggs. AoE. Just didn't work out. Okay, so 15 damage, fiery soul charge. Is that good?
No. No, it's not.
How many?
It's on his spells. It's only damage on his spells.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It's quite mediocre.
Yeah.
So.
Well, better than nothing.
Yeah, that's right.
He has a Scotty now, so he is super duper tanky. DM.
If it was 15 attack damage, it would actually be really good.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, like 100 damage. Oh, DM. It's a juicy mid-wave.
Yeah,
oh,
they toss the creep back instead. Here comes the Mortimer's Kiss. It's going to do extra damage to DM, but none of them actually connect, as it looks like Outsider's trying to re-engage. And I can see exactly why, because Mickey just gets obliterated. Now GPK, keeping these fiery soul stacks alive.
We just learned which toss back is better between Tiny Toss and Marcy. It's Marcy. Yep. Marcy wins.
Of course.
Which, of course, we all knew prior to having to see that.
Yes. There's no question about it.
Foxy cuts the creep wave.
Doesn't even need an Aether Lens, by the way. Has the, oh my god, I've already forgotten the name.
I have to go and click it.
Keen Optic.
Keen Optic, okay.
Yeah, Keen
I thought it
Optic.
was the tier 3 one that you were struggling with, which I actually can't remember what that is called. They used to break Lincolns.
Keen Optic is what you want on Marcy.
Here we go, perfect. That would be the Psychic Headband, yes, of course.
Nice, yes.
Yeah, that's a nice one on Pudge. Telescope, what a mediocre item Telescope is that?
Marcy would like it.
Yeah, but I wish it gave more range. Because the headband also gives you the pushback.
Well, it doesn't give you more range because it also gives you the scans.
Okay, well, who cares?
Scans are 50% off,
yeah,
bro.
Nobody cares about that.
That's good stuff.
Who cares about that?
Yeah, something a lot of people forget.
Who cares about the attack range either?
Boxy. We see the ult coming in from Zai. Not going to connect on anybody this time. He's going to use his blink with the Starbreaker Shard. Looks like they're going to attempt to get this kill on to Hakoda, but he's going to grave himself. More damage coming out from Matu, who pops the BKB. Zai attempting to limp out, but Insania gets the heal off. Very nicely done. But Ramses is there with the extra damage and the Shivas to boot. Buybacks galore from each side. The LSA is going to connect, and poor Matu left all alone, and they can see the IO on his way back to likely die. And Insania will be resigned. Tries to get off the tether, but it ain't happening. So another kill and another fight goes to Outsiders, who have a 10k net worth lead, and they can start hitting these buildings. There are 2 buybacks for Liquid, but Matu's not one of them.
GPK, He's just too huge, man. He's just too strong. Like, he was pounding away at Sai in that fight. And Insania did his best to keep him alive. It was looking really good. It looked like a huge bait. But then Insania used to...
Try to get this kill, and it's going to be mega successful. So Mickey, just on the outskirts of the tower, thought he was safe.
I don't know if they even want to buy back with Matu being dead for 24 seconds guaranteed.
And they're going to go for Thrones. They're going to have to buy back, for sure. And actually, backdoor protection ended up proccing, so they didn't actually have to buy back necessarily. Although, I guess it was only temporary as the creeps come back into the base, so GPK is going to be happy with just the melee racks in the mid lane. Of course, they do have to worry about their base, which bottom lane was still pushing in during that time.
That's a big buyback for Mickey. That's huge. If they kill him again, the game just ends.
Only one Reaper Scythe kill this game, by the way.
Very sad. If he wins with one Reaper Scythe kill, that is the absolute nightmare of a Necrophos player. That's the only reason you play this hero, is to get the permanent
Get that regen.
Stats. Yeah.
Of course. The Outsiders coming back with a Venge in this game, which looked like it was in Liquid's hands for a decent amount of time. But GPK has come to the rescue. That last Roche fight kind of cemented
he's got
their lead
too. Oh boy.
Yep. And he's got 3K to boot as well. Looks like he's going for the assault. But likely will save for buyback as his life is extremely important. You can see the smoke coming out from Liquid. Oh, the GPK actually dodges it there, and Mickey gets completely destroyed, and that is a dieback onto him as Matu completely focused by GPK. Solar Guarding is coming in, and GPK looks to be dying, but no, the Grave saves him for the time being. His right clicks are out of control. The entirety of Liquid are dead. Triple kill for GPK, and that should do it for game one, as only 2 buybacks on Liquid side are on the supports. GPK, what an absolute performance on this Lina.
Yeah.
See the buyback coming in. Yamich trying to get off the bad manners. High five. LSA is going to connect as the buildings are just going to be focused now. The tier 4s are down and GG is called. So very well played by Outsiders, who, like I said, were seemingly down and out in this game number 1, but GPK had other plans.
Yeah, this is why this man is rank 1. Like, that was just insane. The reaction time on that last gank, dodging out boxies, like, that's probably the closest thing to instant stun that they have. I guess maybe they can start with, like, Mickey toss. But it's probably about